Imagine writing a viral anthem about outrunning the cops, and years later, the same song is played in court as evidence against you. That's not fiction. That's the story of rapper Tay-K, a teenage rebel who thought he could beat the system until the system beat him with 80 years behind bars. He thought he was untouchable. A teenage rapper on the run, turning his own fugitive life into a viral soundtrack. But the thing about the streets, they always collect. April 15th, 2025. A Bexar County jury walks back into the courtroom. The air is heavy. Reporters' pens scratch, cameras flash, and at the defense table sits Tamor Trevon McIntyre. The world knows him as Tay-K. He's only 24 years old, but already his rap career and his rap sheet are permanently intertwined. The jury foreman speaks, guilty of murder. Not capital murder, the charge that could have guaranteed he'd never walk free again, but still enough to crush his future, 80 years in prison. The victim was Mark Anthony Saldivar, a San Antonio photographer gunned down in a Chick-fil-A parking lot back in 2017. And here's the kicker, this wasn't even Tay-K's first murder case. Flashback to 2016, Tay-K was just 16 years old. But instead of school and studios, he was running with a crew planning a home invasion in Tarrant County, Texas. The job? Quick robbery, easy score. The reality? It turned into chaos. Inside that house, 21-year-old Ethan Walker was shot and killed. And the teenage rapper who thought he was untouchable suddenly found himself facing grown man consequences. For that crime, Tay-K was sentenced to 55 years behind bars. But here's where it gets more twisted. When the 80-year sentence came down, it didn't stack on top of the 55. The court called it concurrent sentencing, both terms run at the same time. Legal jargon aside, here's the truth, forget 55. The only number that matters now is 80. For all intents and purposes, that's a life sentence. But by the time the law was closing in, Tay-K had already made himself famous in the worst possible way. See, after the home invasion charge, Tay-K didn't wait for his trial. He cut off his ankle monitor. He ran. And while on the run, he did something that would change his life forever. He recorded the race. The track bragged about exactly what he was doing. Dodging police, living on the run. He even filmed the music video while he was a wanted fugitive. And the internet ate it up. The song blew up on Billboard charts. Fans saw him as a rebellious anti-hero, too real for the law to stop. But the irony is brutal. The same song that built his fame became Exhibit A in his downfall. Prosecutors played it in court as proof of his mindset. What millions saw as raw art, the law saw as a confession. And once the jury added 80 years to his name, his lawyers tried one
Ladies and
last
gentlemen of the jury, the
move.
evidence is clear and compelling. We must stand for justice.
Evidence that could have ripped apart the credibility of a key witness. If true, it could have opened the door to a retrial. May 23, 2025, Judge Stephanie Boyd listened, and then with one word, slammed it shut, denied. No retrial, no loophole, no way out, just 80 years locked in. Think about that for a second. From Billboard charts to courtroom charts. From viral fame to a prison sentence that'll likely outlast his lifetime. So what does it all mean? At just 24 years old, Tay-K is facing a reality that parole is a fantasy. His legend, the rapper who lived and died by the life he rapped about, only grows darker with every year behind bars. But the bigger question is this, was it inevitable? Was Tay-K a victim of the streets, swallowed by an environment that made violence his only option? Or did he write his own downfall bar by bar, verse by verse, until reality finally caught up? Because here's the lesson. When you turn crime into your brand, when you sell rebellion as your identity, the streets don't let you cash out. Eventually they collect, and the price is always higher than the fame. So I'll leave you with this. Do you think Tay-K was doomed from the start, or did he throw it all away himself? Drop your take in the comments.